could barely hear it.
Welcome back, Panther fans. Maybe an editing glitch there, but I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta.
Not a moment too soon. I was out of beer.
I tried a new intro, but it sounds like the audio was not working. It played well for me before, but
it was a smidge quiet.
It was super quiet.
I couldn't hear anything. I mean, there was like maybe a whisper coming out of my speaker about
it. Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. I guess I'll have to go back and edit that for the podcast so we can get that working again.
Maybe it works. Maybe you got the true feed and we just got gypped.
I know. I mean, I could barely hear it as well. Anyhow, any hoot. We'll see. I'll play it for you guys later. And
I couldn't hear it that I don't even know what it was.
It was awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't even it wasn't just like a quiet version of whatever it was. Like I have no idea what it was.
If it doesn't say Pink Panther pussy in it though,
whoa,
it might not be the best intro.
It definitely didn't do that, but
we are Pink Panther, right? Isn't that what Southern calls us, or TDS?
Oh, they have so many different things because they suck. They're just horrible human beings, and they have nothing better to do with their life other than to make fun of Georgia State, a team that they think has no business playing football, yet still is better than them. So,
yeah. Also, story. I mean, the Pink Panther is pretty rad. Like, I watched that cartoon all the time when I was a kid.
I loved the Pink Panther. That was a great cartoon. I mean, it was
it was based on, it was like a movie too, right? Like an actual jewel thief guy.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
Did he have like a mustache or something?
That wasn't part of the cartoon. That was a completely separate thing, wasn't it?
That is Pink Panther, right? Like
there was a Pink Panther movie that I tried to watch when I was a kid. And I thought it was gonna be awesome, and then it was like this very dry, like you said, detective jewel thief type thing, and I was like, "This is not what I wanted."
Yeah, but it's not like corny. Like who cares? Like I don't know. I don't know why calling us like the Pink Panthers would be upsetting. Like everything I know about Pink Panthers is they're cool.
Pretty sure Pink Panther makes a lot of money. So.
Yeah, I realized I was trying to upload the audio to play the new song, but I realized it's on a different computer that I'm on right now, so I can't do that. Oh, darn. Oh, well, just another failure on the part of Panthers this week, man.
Oof. Did we fail?
Dude, your kid was there. Hopefully you didn't get too drunk that you had to drive home with your kid. Or did you have her drive home?
I was going to say my kid had a DD.
Did you have a DD?
It was not me.
Well, so all right, let's get into the game. All right.
Do we have to?
I went into this game. All right. I went into this game just having the lowest of expectations because of after what happened with the Falcons and the Saints with the Katrina game. This is the same recipe. And what happens on the very first drive? We snap the ball out of the end zone for a safety. I almost said snafety. What's a snafety? And I was like, this is going to just go downhill from here. It's going to be just an absolute mudslide of garbage proportions, And it wasn't though.
No,
it was a good game. It was a good game.
It was back and forth. I mean, I will say I pretend walked out of the bar after that safety. Like, all right, see y'all. That was fun.
Out. Yeah, why would you stick around? It's the game's over at that point, right?
I guess if both teams suck sufficiently enough, it seems like an evenly matched game, even though it's a pillow fight, right? We all watched a pillow fight. Two really bad teams play each other really hard.
You call it a pillow fight, but I mean, other than the safety, we were effectively tied going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, pillows aren't very effective, so you'd expect everybody to sort of be tied up.
So so talking to people after the game was over, a lot of Georgia State fans. Obviously, we've never beaten them. We're 0-11 against Appy State now, or something like that. And even when Appy's having a down year, we can't beat them. Are they having a down year? Is this a bad Appy team?
Oh yeah.
Or is this just a team that has had some unlucky bounces or something? Did we lose to a bad Appy team?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're having a down year. Yeah. I mean, they lost to South Alabama big. They lost to Marshall decently. Tight game against Lala or Louisiana or whatever you want to call them. I mean, so when we
I don't
played
want to call them
anything,
I don't want to call them at all.
When we played them, obviously they were super thirsty for a win. I mean, three losses in a row probably isn't in their vocabulary, right? 4. I mean, you probably have to go back pretty far for them to lose 4 games in a row.
Right.
So, I mean, it was a back and forth game. I like the fight of the team still. I liked Gibson's performance was okay. Lots of completions, but, in the end, I guess just not enough to.
We put up what? We put up
lots of points.
Put up 26 points.
Is that the most points this season? I don't even know.
No, didn't we beat Vandy by a lot more than that?
Yeah, we've scored a lot more points in other games.
We beat Vandy 36-32. That was the highest points we've. Well, no, we scored 35. No, that was them. Nope. Win 36 points against Vandy.
That's our second highest points.
Yeah, second highest scoring game of the season.
Yeah.
We're back.
So we're back, baby. We're back.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna skip App State because I said it week after week, and I don't know. We can't lose the entire rest of the season. That's just not gonna happen. So I'm gonna say it early. We're beating UConn.
Beating UConn. Yeah, that's next on the list.
We can talk about App more.
Do we have to?
It was a feel-good game. They're coming back from their flood.
I didn't feel very good about that game.
They got the exciting win in front of their fans. It's everything they wanted and more.
No.
Yeah, no, it was. The game was set up for them just to absolutely dominate, and they didn't.
No,
they didn't at all. I mean, it literally came down to fourth quarter play. They scored 8 points in the fourth quarter. We scored 3. You can't do that. Yeah, but so Zach Gibson started. Seems like that was the right call.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to say because you don't know what would have happened otherwise. What I saw was so Gibson did complete a lot of passes. There were a lot of very short dink and dunks though. Like nobody really has very many yards. He doesn't even have very many yards. He has a ton of completions and not a lot of yards and only 1 touchdown. So, I don't know if today that percentage means very much.
Right.
I mean, if it doesn't actually equate to points, who cares?
I like points.
I like points. I got 4 points.
I like deep passes. I don't think we had many of those.
Not a lot.
We were not very good at third down converting. And that's where App State excelled, and I think it's kind of your difference in the game. I mean, everything else was pretty even. Even App had a turnover. I guess a safety is not technically a turnover. Doesn't count.
It's a turnover because you do give the ball back to them. They get the ball afterwards.
I looked at ESPN and I didn't see a turnover. Which was
weird. No, I don't think it counts as one, but I mean, it kind of is one.
To me, it's a turnover.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the stat line, it's just like third down efficiency. We were not very good, and App State was, and they won the game. I mean, everything else was even. We had even passing and rushing. Time possession was good. Like there wasn't anything crazy there. We didn't leave our defense on the field for 20 extra minutes. There were some weird penalties, I would say, during the game, but just not enough from Gibson to get the victory.
It's a bummer. This is one that I feel like we really could have had. I went into it expecting to get absolutely demolished, but the way the game played out, I felt like we kind of gave that game away. It's frustrating.
Yeah, so to me, it showed me that Gibson was not the answer, and maybe he is part of the answer. Maybe like continuing to play him is the right thing to do. I have no idea, but like just making that change wasn't like the problem that we were seeing before, because we would have beaten a bad Appy.
Yeah. We'd be just better than a really bad App State.
I mean, the team that beat Vandy could beat a bad Appy.
Or
so what happened there?
Appy?
What happened there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we have 2 wins. We got 2 wins in the season. One is against an FCS opponent, and the other is against an SEC team that beat Bama.
That's doing quite well this year. Yeah, exactly. They ranked. They were ranked before this weekend.
Close to beating Texas.
Yeah, they had Texas on the ropes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and then now we're what is it, a 4-game skid?
Yeah.
We've been on
And look, that Tech game, we were disappointed in the loss, but we came out of that being like, we watched a good team play. We were excited about the rest of the season. So
Yeah.
like
Right.
that loss wasn't even like, we didn't really tick that in the loss column as far as like our fandom goes. We looked at that game, we were like, man, this could be a good season.
Yeah, we felt good about it. We talked about it here. We're like, hey, it
Yeah.
sucks that we lost. We thought this is a game that we could totally win.
Right.
Tech's obviously, is playing
Better than we
very,
expected.
very well.
Mhm.
But this is a game that we can win, and we didn't. But we felt like we looked good. We knew this is a completely new roster, a completely new coaching staff, and we thought we were looking good. Then we played the FCS team. We do our business there. It wasn't pretty, but we did the job. We're still talking about knocking the rust off and gelling and all that fun stuff. Then you come out and you beat Vandy, and the sky's the limit.
2-1.
Go ahead and
2-1.
Run the Sun Belt. Beat UConn, and great. And now we're here. We are. We have 5 games left. We need 4 wins to get bowl eligible.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, how do you do that?
You got to beat UConn to start.
luck.
Yeah.
You have harder teams coming up after them, so you got to beat UConn. You have to. You got to get to that 3-win, 50% there threshold after this game. I don't know, because if you look backwards at our schedule, we should have beat Old Dominion. I mean,
Yep.
we should have beat App State. So
Yep.
if you beat those 2 teams, you're now 4-2.
We should be
3?
TDS.
We should be TDS. Well, yeah, we shit the bed there. I mean,
we should bet
4-3. I mean, you'd feel pretty good, right?
And we say that we should beat TDS, and I agree. We should absolutely beat them every single
We should always beat them.
We should always beat them. But that, as much crap as we talk, I mean, that's not a guaranteed win.
No. But this year they're not great, and we have been, and we should have won that game. We should have won that game.
We should have won that game.
Not even like the Georgia State guy in me, like not the State of Atlanta guy who just shit talks TDS, but like Georgia Southern should have been beaten by Georgia State this year.
So they have a fake 5-3 record, is what you're saying.
I mean, what, they lost to ODU, dude? Like,
they did. I know, that was crazy. ODU just took it to them, and then
we lost to ODU, but
they didn't lose to ODU. ODU took them to the woodshed behind it, pulled down their pants, and had some funky times.
Went to town.
They did go to town.
Norfolk is sounds like fun.
And that was just it's always those weird, Thursday night games where just the craziest stuff happens. But then are you like, well, actually, is ODU pretty good?
No.
I don't think so.
They're trash too. They're 3-1 conference record, 4-4. They're not good. Like, who in the East is good? James Madison?
They lost to
ULM, right?
Was it Monroe they lost to? No, it wasn't Monroe. Was it Monroe?
Yeah, but Jamie Madison's been putting a hurting on everybody.
Yeah, they lost to Monroe and Southern.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to. Oh yeah, they lost to. Oh, that's right. They lost to Trash, and I was like, crap. That's a team that I didn't want them to.
So is anyone in the East good? Any team?
Georgia State.
I mean, it's Jimmy Madison probably. They're gonna put like 70 on us.
No,
that was a weird game.
Or we're just gonna win by, or we win by like 70,
a landslide.
Yeah, like one or the other. Like it's
well. So
be
last season,
landslide, we're just gonna kill them, or they're gonna 100% destroy us.
Yeah.
Last season, we went on this horrible skid after doing really well. I think it's time to rebound, and we've been on a bad skid. Let's just go ahead and let's win out and get the next 5 games, go 7-5 on the season, and get us a little bowl game. Right?
Yes, please.
I mean, I would love it to happen.
So UConn has been favored in this matchup all season long, all preseason long. They had like something like 80% chance of winning. Now it's like 75%. We beat the snot out of them last season here at the park, but that was a 1-7 team, 1-6 team at that time.
Yeah.
Now they're, what are they? I have it here. They are 5-3 or something like that. 5-3. They got absolutely crushed by Maryland in the very first game of the season, 50-7. But since then, they've been taking care of business. They lost to Duke. Duke's having a weird. Why are the nerd schools doing good this year?
Is Duke doing well?
Yeah, Duke's doing well. They were like 5-0 when they came to play Tech. Who beat them? But yeah.
Well, Tech's been having that's a nerd school too.
Duke's been kind of like a dark horse a little bit in the ACC. They've kind of built up a pretty good team. Obviously, they have 2 losses, but they've been pretty consistent over the last couple of years. I think didn't they lose their coach to someone?
I don't know.
I think last year they lost their coach. He was doing well there.
You're talking to the wrong person now.
They can all attract talent. I mean, you got a top tier school in general, and if you're saying like, "Hey, we're going to give you a free ride, and your academics don't really have to be up to snuff. You're going to get a degree from Duke." Hell yeah, I'm in. Right? I mean, a lot of athletes are going to be in on that.
Do you think the athletes really? I shouldn't. That's a horrible way to phrase it. How many athletes do you think going into college athletics, college football, give a rat's ass about the academics?
I mean, there was a reason I said a lot and didn't say like a majority or like all of them or anything like that. Like, I think there's a significant number of athletes who want a good education, and going to Duke for free sounds phenomenal, right? And a lot of parents who would be like, take that deal. So.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Like, so my oldest, she's only 7, but my oldest wants to go to Tech, and I'm like, I'm not going to tell her to not go to Tech. That's
she'll shake that off in the future.
Well, for what?
Well, as a Taylor Swift fan, as a Swiftie, she certainly will shake some things off. But the schools actually, and this is something I wasn't necessarily going to bring up, but I got a permission slip for both my daughters today to go to a Georgia Tech game on Monday. And I immediately pull up the Georgia Tech schedule, and I'm like, they actually have a basketball game during the weekday, during school hours, or is this going to be like a field trip where I've got to take her to it or whatever? And there's no Georgia Tech game on Monday, men's basketball. And then I was like, wait a minute. There's also women's basketball. I look it up, and there's a women's game at like 10:30 on Monday. And yeah, I guess my daughters will be like, should I go to that game? Should I just go and hang out?
Yeah, sure. Why not? That sounds cool.
And they'll probably be like, "Oh, Daddy, let's go home." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go to the bar and drink until you get out of school. Meet you at the bus stop."
I thought you were gonna be like, I'm watching basketball. Go away.
Yeah. One thing that was annoying about that game, and I blame App State for this, was that score bug. There was like no score bug updating with like the downs and the yardage and everything.
Yeah, that was really irritating.
And you couldn't see it because the camera shot was so tight. Like you couldn't even get to see the other sideline.
There were some really weird camera choices. There was like some kicks that like they didn't even have the refs in the frame to show us whether it was a good or bad, and I'm like, what? Like, I know you can look at it and you can kind of tell, but like I've been wrong.
Oh, I never trust. I barely even look at the ball. I just like on field goals. I just like look at the ref to see whether and they look at each other and they turn their heads and like they shake their head in agreement. I'm still waiting for the arms to go up before I know what's going on.
Tell me what it is, because I don't trust my eyes on this. So it's just sort of a weird choice. I'm like, well, we're all cheering, but did we make it?
I mean, I do the same thing at games. Like my Falcons game tickets are like right there on the 50-yard line at the lower level. And so like when it comes to field goals, the angle I'm at, I can't tell if it's, wide on one of the sides or not. So I'm just looking at the refs the entire time. I guess that's a subtle brag about how good my Falcons tickets are.
They are good.
All right. Also, so we were wearing the all white uniforms, which is like one of my top favorite uniforms. I love it. But so Stormtrooper. Everyone calls it Stormtrooper. Do you think we should like lean into that and actually do a variation of all white but black accent instead of blue accent to make it look like a Stormtrooper?
Yeah.
Anything to get more black accent color into our school colors, I'm all for
it. We definitely should play the Imperial March though.
Dun, 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 dun,
they should come out on the field to that. But don't run out, just walk out.
They just march out slowly,
Yeah.
in unison, like some kind of in some kind of imperial march.
Yeah, why not?
But I do need our quarterback to have better aim than stormtroopers.
Good night.
Nerd.
Down here. All right, that's it. That's all we got. So, has McGee just been found out?
No.
We did well. Is he just
No.
is his offense too predictable? Is his defense too easily overpowered? Like, why haven't we won a game in however long it's been, months? Georgia State. All right, moving on.
I wish someone knew the answer to that so we could let someone know, because
I mean, you could mail it in, just say, "Oh, it's the first year. We had a lot of turnover, blah blah blah." But I don't know. Other teams had a lot of turnover too, and they're performing better. So, do we not have enough talent at wide receiver? It's just Hurst is just one person. Like you could go a million different angles with this to come up with the coach speak BS answer of why we're not winning.
Yeah,
I don't think we have the right full personnel in. Like, we just don't have them.
Well, that's what I'm nervous about, because so we got this team, and then in 2025 we have this amazing roster of freshmen coming in. But how many of them are going to play? Are we in for another year of just having, not the personnel that can live up to the ability that we're trying to play, or something? It's a hell of a season. We're supposed to be winning the national championship next year. We got Ole Miss, Vandy, which will be coming off a college football playoff appearance,
and they'll want to beat us.
Oh yeah, they're going to.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be pissed.
They're gonna want
to. That's a must. That's a must go to away game next year.
Oh, Vandy and Ole. I want to go to Ole Miss too.
I want to go to Ole Miss too.
Yeah, I don't think we'll play them again.
Vandy?
No, Ole Miss. I feel like that's just a one-time deal. I don't know.
Yeah, you just got kind of ticking off all the SEC teams in the Southeast.
Yeah,
the actual Southeastern teams.
Yeah,
the OGs.
So who's left? Who's left? We got Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Gotta get them.
The Florida schools. We haven't played any Florida schools yet.
Ooh, we gotta go to Gainesville.
Tallahassee. Tallahassee's
an easy drive too.
UCF. We should be scheduling UCF. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
Hey, you're that school we used to be with, and then you left us alone. And see what happened when you leave us alone. We didn't get a football team, and it took us forever to figure it out. We want to catch up to you.
I definitely want to play UCF right now, because they're spiraling downward. They're not transitioning well to the Big 12. No. They are the Kennesaw State to P5, P4 move ups.
Yeah, they just can't seem to get it together in any of their games. They can get close to beating some teams, but somehow
the impressive move up is SMU. They came to the ACC. They're making the ACC look like they're not a Power 5, Power 4 conference, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they did it. Did they get some transfers? Did they just throw a shit ton of money at people and they got better players?
Bing, 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 bing. There you go.
Oh, that thing.
Oil money. I need to find oil on my land so I can
But Texas State's working on taking Texas back, so SMU can't have it.
Texas State's gonna take Texas back, yeah. In what capacity? When they go to the Pac whatever, and they're flying northwest every.
Is that still a thing? Is that still Rumorville? They're going to move.
There's still talk about it. Yeah,
I bet that they turn them down as leverage. I would believe that.
I don't think that
Texas State for it.
Texas State's not going to turn down the Pac. Texas State would turn down the Mountain West. They could turn down the American, but I don't know if the American would take them because there's just too many Texas schools in the American for Texas State to not want to be in an actual conference. They can bust to games. But if you're getting $2 million in the Sun Belt and you're talking about $4 to $5 to $6 million in the Pac, you take that. You take that anytime. We would take that. I mean, like, if the Pac offered us $6 million to fly to the West Coast for every game, yeah.
No, I mean, that's literally what convinced me of AAC was the right home for us, was that it's more money. Like,
I like the money.
Significantly more money. Like, you take that deal.
And apparently, with new college athletics, you need all the monies you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every dollar counts.
If you're turning down money, then you're basically saying that I do not want to win games. So
I want to go back a little bit to you asking about yeah, just saying like, what is it about this team and is it just that we're young or whatever? Like, are you guys just really tired of having people like tell you, oh, but you guys are pretty new. Oh, you guys are, you guys are growing and
You're
like
12 years old.
yeah, all right. So 14 years later, we're no
we
longer
can almost buy
any of those
cigarettes.
things. And we're not a budding program.
It's
we're established.
We're legal in some of the states we play teams against. So.
How long do we get to use that?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is I don't hear Georgia State fans use it. My loved ones who like try to like make me feel good about a lot. They're the ones who say it. And I'm just
the condescending.
Yeah,
you guys are new.
That way. Like, guys, shut up. Like I'm we're past that now. We're UTSA has been having their successes and ODU's now having some success, and
we've talked about it every single week. If you were to write a book about how to not start a football program, just follow what Georgia State did to a T.
Yeah,
I'm just
really tired of it.
We've had some great successes, we beat Tennessee, and Vandy this year. We've been close in a lot of games. Bowl win. We've gone to more bowl games. We've won more bowl games than some of our conference mates have ever been invited to, and they've been playing college football. They've been playing FBS football for longer than us. So there's a lot of things to be proud of. But
we've only had like one good season though, like ever.
Every good season we've had, we found a way to make it not that good.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We've only had like one season we would look back on.
What's our best season? What's our best season?
7 wins, right?
Wasn't it 8? I thought it was 8 wins.
Was it 8?
8 with the bowl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. And that one was the one that we were like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Like no one expected it. We started slow, and then all of a sudden we won all those games, and we're like, oh, all right. Thanks, guys.
I feel like we hover around like the average to bad, right? And I want us to hang around average to good and then good to great. And we're not making that progression up.
Yeah. Well, like, so to that exact same point, Ryan talking about like getting tired of people talking about, well, you're new and everything.
Sure.
Like, what I get tired of is, leading into the season and everyone's like picking us to be last or bottom middle in the conference and everything, and I'm just sitting there laughing like, haha, they've not paid attention to our recruiting, haha, they've not paid attention to our coaching, haha, they've got no idea what's about to hit them. And then like now we're 7 weeks into the season and we're like, well, we are last place in the division, so
we are who they said we were.
We're holding it down.
Yeah, we are who they said
we kicked App State out. We're like, this is ours. Get out of this last.
You can't be the worst team in here. We're the worst team in here. Damn you. Although we at least, you already got Southern Miss firing coaches, so we're firing head coach. But not that bad.
Ryan, are we there? Fire McGee?
No.
No. I mean, so he's on the hot seat because he can't not be on the hot seat. But
any season you lose to Southern,
how bad do you have to do in season? How bad do you have to do in season 1 to get fired?
Is that even possible?
I think you have to be
on field. I'm talking about on field performance. I'm not talking about like getting caught with your intern in your motorcycle outside in an accident. I'm not talking about assaulting players. I'm not talking about. I'm like, how bad of a coach do you have to be in year 1 to be on the hot seat?
I think there'd have to be like there'd have to be
negative points,
serious problems on the field with like you say, assaulting players off the field, I imagine, but during the game, I like looking at the relationship between them.
Sean Elliott showed us that you can assault players on the field and it's totally fine.
It's not assault if they want it, David.
It's just amping them up for games, right?
That's just tough love right there.
Like everybody seemed to like that. All right.
Oh man, that's some of the best media we got right there.
And the players even seemed fired up from it. Like they seemed happy about it. So like I'm not gonna. But if he was over there doing that and they were like, "God, leave me alone, you weirdo," and like that would maybe be a fire.
If
that
we
guy.
have a player on our team that says, "Oh God, leave me alone, you weirdo," I don't want that person on my team. That sounds like somebody that shouldn't be playing football.
Look, to be fair, it was Sean. So
what were we talking about?
I don't know. What it would take to get fired in year one? You had to be really bad, really bad.
There we go.
Real bad.
What do you say, Tim? How bad of a coach you have to be in year one? Like getting blown out 60-0 by everybody?
I would say no points, getting blown out every game, having players assault players and fans at this point, and the refs. Every game, you'd get fired.
Yeah.
Maybe? No, yeah, you would.
It's got to be something.
You've lost control of the program. You're out. Program.
At that point, you just try to find a way to like just claim like incompetence or like find some loophole in your contract. Do you think they have like contract stuff? Like if you suck this bad in the first year, we can just separate and you
don't get any money, no buyout.
Yeah, we're just like, if you're that bad, come on,
No, there's no such thing.
We're not paying $1 million just like that bad.
There's always money.
No one signs that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So UConn this on a Friday, another short week in our 4-game road schedule because again, Sun Belt Conference does not know how to use a calendar at all. So I wanted to go to this game, but I really lost all motivation. And tickets to fly to Hartford are like super duper expensive.
Hartford is an expensive airport. I'll say that.
Atlanta's an expensive airport, apparently.
Southwest pulling out.
So back at Manny's, Tim, you're going to be out of town, right? You're going to be down in Florida.
Yeah, I'll be watching from Salty Pelican.
And then Ryan, we're going to be Friday night at Manny's.
Yeah.
All right.
Candy Andy.
Yeah. Candy Andy is good.
Maybe.
Yeah. And with did you find winning. Did you find out if the sauteed onions were better than the candied onions?
They were better.
They were better. There you go.
Yeah, they came out and told me that they didn't have the special onions that they used on the Candy Andy burger.
But you like
and they would just grill me up some onions, and I was like, I think that's gonna be better, and it was.
So when I hear things like when a restaurant says that they don't have this special thing and it's especially like special onions, I'm like, do you guys just order things from like a menu and just like microwave it and put it in there? Like you're not cooking. What are special onions?
Some of them do, but I mean, I bet that is just like some kind of special caramelized. They put a lot of sugar in it. Or something. They probably add sugar to it. It says candied, so they probably added sugar to it.
But are they just buying candied onions and like nuking them and putting them on the burger?
I don't know, man.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I don't care. They're good.
I don't eat when I go there. I just I live on a liquid diet, so
yeah.
PBR is pretty.
I do munch on. If anybody gets the pork skins, I will have 1 or 2 of those, and I will probably steal a fry or 2.
Cracklins
are good.
I did try to get it without the fries. I was like, hey, can I order this without the fries? Because I was like, I was trying to do a little bit more drinking and less eating, and they were like, it's gonna cost the same. I'm like, just bring the fries.
I think I got the new intro fixed. Do you guys want to see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we see it while we're having our podcast?
Oh, that is it.
Can we hear it?
They never love. Grab a trunk, let's go. David, Ryan, Tim, ready, never holding back. Talking Georgia State highs and lows. Boom like the Panthers go. STATE, let's go. ATL, ready, Panthers go. For the state of Atlanta. Crack a cold one. It's state of Atlanta.
Very nice. Very intense. We've gone from ska to like...
I tried to do ska music and it just did not. It wasn't fast paced hard enough for what I wanted it to be.
It's a very intense intro. I like it.
You like it?
I feel like I need my Ed Hardy shirt.
I spent too much time working on that instead of preparing for the episode tonight. So I really wanted to make sure it happened.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I would hate if I spent all day on it and it like didn't work.
By all day, I meant like 7 of the 12 minutes I prepared for the episode.
Yeah. No, I know.
AI
No, I know what I
world.
put in about a minute, and so I expect you guys put in at least 10.
Exactly. AI is the coolest thing in the world.
Can we have different like types of music every week? Just
I could,
create a different one every week.
I actually started paying for a music AI thing for other stuff. So I was like, might as well take advantage of it and throw a little State of Atlanta in there. So
next week is rap or pop. What do you want to do?
We can do a ska one. I can work on some new lyrics for a ska thing. We can make it a little
world. Yeah.
We can mix it up. Maybe we can take a poll and see what people what kind of music they want to hear each week.
I did like that one though. That was
pretty good, wasn't it?
It was good.
It's pretty good.
Brian's like, no,
I'm not gonna yuck y'all's yum.
Yeah. Well, my yum likes yucking, so
heyo.
Ooh.
All right. We already mentioned that Old Dominion blew the snot out of trash down south, which is nice to see. I just wish it would have been us doing that to both TDS and Old Dominion. Monroe, who was looking good this season, got blown out by South Alabama. So there's that. I don't know if there's any good games this week.
We're Friday, right?
We're Friday. I say there's no good games, but we're in the Sun Belt, so of course there's no good games.
You're like, duh.
Old Dominion's playing Appalachian State, so maybe they can keep it rolling. We can get an Old Dominion representative of the East. Like that would be like the only saving grace of like this season is if Old Dominion
and ULM.
Well, yeah, Monroe they lost to South Bama, but yeah, if we can get them in there, it'd be good.
The West is tight. I mean, Louisiana. Hey. What do we call them? What do you call them?
Lafayette,
Louisiana, Lafayette with no losses in the conference, and then there's a logjam of one-loss teams. So I mean, that's kind of wide open. Everyone's beating up on Southern Miss and Troy to get all their W's.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, Troy who? State. Troy State.
I say who losing. Even more because when are we going to play them? Never.
Damn, never. This is the year to play them.
Never again. Not until we get moved to the West.
Ooh.
Hey.
If they ever had protected games in the conference, like intra conference, whatever, Troy should be like they're too close of a school for us not to play them every year.
They wouldn't give a shit about us though.
I think Troy would. I think they get pumped to play us. You know, we're the big school up the street with actual roads and lights.
Lafayette, they're playing right now. They're at the half with.
There's a game. Yeah, there's what? Lafayette
14-6.
Tuesday night game.
Sunbelt. Yeah, Sunbelt's like. Was it Mac Wednesday? What's Maction Wednesday?
Maction was Wednesday, but Conference USA was doing the Tuesday things too.
We're filling that hole.
Gross. Oh
well, at least it's the West Division team.
That is not a hole I want to fill.
No Thursday. We didn't get any of these weird Tuesday games, did we? We didn't.
No, but we got the Friday game this week.
We do. Well, that's okay.
Friday's okay. Thursday's okay. Friday is frustrating because to me that's high school day, and it's like, well, so
how many high school games do you go to watch?
At least 15.
Well, I was gonna continue the thought and say that you're basically giving up on those recruits that night. So like every time you play on a Friday night, you're like, oh, no one's gonna watch because they've all got their own stuff going on. So I sort of am like, why do that? That's a little frustrating. And like the NFL and NCAA don't really do that very often. So like let high schools have their Friday.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't mind a Friday game here and there. I'm not watching high school. If I go to a bar, they're not gonna have high school football on. So
no,
there's
11
other
recruits should be.
There's 11 other opportunities to get high school kids into your building.
Well, not 11, but yeah, I get your point.
Yeah,
5 usually, but yeah.
But there's 11 other. Oh yeah. There's
Yeah.
How many Friday games in general are there? Are we like one of the only Friday games?
No, there's pretty much a Friday game every week. I feel like.
Now there's 3 of them.
I think Friday is been around for a little while. It was because like Wednesday was kind of weird. I remember like Thursday happened, I think first, and then there were Fridays that happened, and then we started going Tuesday, Wednesdays, and that to me that's not right.
I like the idea of there being football on as many times as possible, like, especially at a bar.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not really
easily.
at bars on Tuesdays and Wednesdays that often. So
yeah, but give teams like bye weeks properly for that and all. Like there's just a lot of
Are we talking about scheduling, Ryan? We're talking about scheduling logic here, scheduling logistics.
Just win, baby.
All right. We've gone for a few minutes here. Let's get out of here. But first, basketball kind of started this week.
Did we win?
I don't know if you call this a win or not. We scored more points than they did. We scored 100 points, which is always fun, but we let the Land Sharks score 88 points, and that's what I'm nervous about. We put up 100 points. That's awesome. Anytime you can hang triple digits, that's fantastic.
Well, you should do that though,
and you should always do that against these lower division programs. Yeah. You should not let them score 88 points. So if they're scoring 88, what the hell is a conference opponent going to do against us, or out of conference opponent?
It should be like 100 to 60, something like that.
Well, 64. maybe we found some holes, and
that you're ready to fill.
And we constantly filled the holes and won the game.
So we can get gelled. We can.
I did not
knock the rust off, and we can fill the holes.
Was there any? Was there any feedback that you read about this exhibition game?
I didn't even.
Was anyone there to watch it?
Didn't even look. I know Mac went.
If a basketball,
I think Ben was there. Ben said he was going.
If a basketball game happens in the forest and no one's there to hear it,
in the box.
Did it even happen?
Yeah, we have a first legit for realsies game is on Monday. You guys going to be there? I'm not going to be there. My wife's out of town. I got solo dad duty. Will not be there.
Oh, I guess I might. I don't know. I'll have child, but I have
child. I have tickets, so I guess I'll go.
Look at you guys. You guys can report back on Tuesday. Let me know how it went against Ball State.
Oh, that sounds like fun. We could tailgate some, maybe. I don't know.
Good on
Mondays are harder to do that with because students are in that lot.
Whatever. Screw them. You go to the box deck.
Do we even know how much it costs?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't even know how to do that.
I believe it's an arm and a leg there, Timmy boy.
I'll probably just walk
on a leg to get in. You got to cut your ligaments off.
It doesn't have to be yours. No one said it had to be your arm or your leg. This is the Halloween week. Just go ahead and dismember somebody and bring their body parts to the box and get it going. All right. I think with that, Tim can take us out of here.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We're going to head over, take a quick break, head over to last call, probably get some more beverages. No one is going pee tonight. We're all going to hold it.
I'm peeing.
No, you're holding it.
I'm peeing. I'm peeing right now.
If you liked what you heard or you didn't, just consider joining our Patreon anyway at patreon.com/State of Atlanta. You get live streaming access to Last Call, discounts on amazing merch. We did an awesome drop of shirts early in the season. Group chat action, which is lively. Breaking news all day long. Adult beverages at the tailgates. And, of course, more. $5 a month. That's all it takes to feed us. Become a fan of the show. We'd love to have you aboard. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.